Hey guys, Gabe here with RC Cincy, and today I'll be having a unboxing slash first impressions. Due to the weather that we've been having in Cincinnati, probably won't be able to try this today or tomorrow. Hopefully I can do it by the end of Sunday and bring you guys the video. This is the WL Toys 12428. Now I know it has a long weird number name, but that's what I guess they call it. This is available on a few different sites. We picked this up off of Amazon for her for $69, which I think is a great deal. It came in 4 days. If you were to buy this from somewhere else, it might take longer, like Banggood, probably takes 7 to 10 days unless you pay for expedited shipping. So other than that, we go ahead and jump right into the unboxing. So let's get in here and get this out. I did cut off the zip ties that hold this buggy into place. There'll be 3 of them. You can easily access from the sides. Underneath was hard for me because it does have these plastic pieces. Let's move this out of the way. You get the buggy, the manual, and then in this other box in here, there's going to be a few other things. Let me go ahead and just push this out. Okay. Let's open this up. You get a controller, and then imagine this would be your charger. See here. Yep, charger, screwdriver, and a little wrench. Now, the manual is actually pretty decent. I did get a chance to look at this. It has a parts list towards the back of it. It has a detailed instructions how to reassemble and disassemble this, how everything is basically put together. It gives you information on the charging, everything. So that's pretty neat. You do get this US plug charger when you order it from Amazon, at least from the seller I got it from. I know there's sites that will send you a European style charger and you have to use an adapter. I personally like this being the correct one is you don't have to change it from 240 to 120. Which is, the charger isn't going to take longer for it to charge because it's not getting the right voltage. It'll take longer to balance the battery, so that is unfortunate. But if you do happen to get the right plug, buy it from Amazon for $69, which is still a good deal, and you get the right plug, which is nice. Now this is a balance charger, so it will balance your 2-cell battery. The screwdriver accesses all these small panels on the buggy, and anywhere else you might need to take off any screws. It's kind of hard to use being small. Now this wrench style tool here, a T-tool, whatever you might call it, this actually is for the nuts on the tires. I would check and tighten up all these tires before you run it, or they can come off, or they can get loose on you and not work properly. The good part about this buggy is the tire that's actually on the back can be used as a spare. So if you happen to tear a tire up or break a rim or something like that, you can just take this one off and put it on the broken, replace it with, you know, the one that you broke, and then you'll be good to go. The charger, so we got into the charger, the manual, the T-tool, and then the screwdriver. Now the 2.4 gigahertz controller isn't bad. It's kind of small, but it does require 4 AA's, so that's not too bad. It is 2.4 gigahertz. Now you do have a small off and on switch on the side, and then you have different modes. I would imagine that if you're right-handed or left-handed, it switches things around for you. You have a steering trim and a throttle trim, which is nice. The steering wheel, or the little wheel, is kind of cushy, which is nice. When you grab it, it feels pretty decent. It's not bad at all. And then in the buggy itself, you have this little pin right here. You pull this pin out, and then this little tray holder comes out, and then the battery comes out. Now you do get a 2-cell battery with this car. I would only recommend running a 2-cell. I think a 3-cell or something bigger would probably burn this ECU out, I'd imagine. That would increase the voltage significantly, so I wouldn't recommend doing that. This is a 7.4 volt 1500 milliamp battery. You can get aftermarket batteries because this connector is popular. I think it's a banana connector, banana tea or something like that weird. I honestly had a lot of nitros, so I'm not that familiar with these connectors for the cars or boats. This is a 2-cell battery. Easy way to tell is the 3 wires. You always deduct one for the neutral, and then you have your 2 positive and negative. So if you have 4 wires, you have a 3-cell. If you have 3 wires, you have a 2-cell. So that's an easy way to tell how many cells this battery is. Looking inside the battery tray when I put this battery in, you have maybe 3/4 of an inch lengthwise you can add a battery, so it could be a little bit longer, about 3/4 of an inch longer. And actually, height-wise, when you put this in, you got a little bit of room too. I'd say maybe 1/4 of an inch. So you could add a little bit bigger battery if you get it to fit, of course. I'm sure you can use a strap method or rubber band or something to put even a bigger battery. You just wouldn't be able to use this probably if you went too big. Now, another cool feature about this, let me go ahead and slide this in here, is it has lights from the factory. Now that's cool. We have a dirt stadium truck that my fiance has that I bought lights for it, and that did not come with it, so that's a really cool feature when they give you lights. They are bright. You get 6 lights, 2 on the very front, and then 4 kind of in the middle on top of the vehicle. Now it does say waterproof on the box. I wouldn't go driving in a lake or, nothing crazy like that. If you happen to splash through a small puddle or the road's wet, I think you should be okay. I would recommend maybe shaking it, make sure it doesn't have like a decent amount of water in it. It is 2.4 gigahertz. Now it says 50 kilometers on the box, which is equivalent to about 30 miles an hour or so, give or take a few miles. That's a pretty good guess. I know a few people have done speed tests on it, so it's around that speed. It is independent in the front. You get 2 shocks for the front, which is pretty cool. Independent. You have a metal dog bones in the front, metal couplers. I'm not sure if it's ball bearing or bushings in the hubs. In the back you get the plastic dry shaft, and then the actual joints right here are metal. The U-joint or whatever you want to call that is metal. And then your rear end is plastic with 2 shocks on either sides of it, so it can go from side to side, up and down, which is pretty cool. Gives you a lot of travel and suspension. That would help with, getting over objects a little bit, maybe getting over smaller rocks. Honestly, I think this is more of a basher than it is a rock crawler. Let's go ahead and plug this up now. I do recommend, I'm just going to do this just to show you guys, I honestly recommend putting batteries in a controller first, turning the controller first on, turning the controller on first, and then plugging this up and then turning it on, just for safety so it doesn't take off on you. The truck is currently off. Now when you do plug this to plug this in and get it to run, you do kind of want to tuck these away a little bit so if you happen to flip or something, you don't damage this connector. So I recommend just kind of tucking it in a little bit. Plus it looks better when you don't have wires sticking out the top. I'm going to kind of hold it like this so you guys can see the lights, and I'm going to make sure the tires don't hit my arms or anything. Turn it on for you. It does make a sound. And then the lights are on. Those are pretty bright. They look really, really cool, honestly. That's amazing. For that price range, you get lights. I'm going to go ahead and turn it off. I did see there is a switch on this side. Now be careful. I've seen reviews before where they've managed to hit a bumper or the ground maybe from ramping or driving it, bashing it, and it managed to turn off the switch. So if it happens to just stop working, two things can happen. A, they could have bumped a switch, or you're on the throttle real hard and it just overheated for a second, kind of cut out. That can happen with these. In the front, you do get a metal plate to kind of reinforce it. I guess people have broken this before being plastic before, I would imagine. This is kind of like a brace. It's also probably designed to take the impact a lot better, being, you know, the support being metal here. Overall, this is well made. It looks really, really good. The details are amazing on this. They have these plastic panels that are painted from the inside, which will help with, you know, scratches. It won't look as bad. It'll look better longer, in my opinion. You kind of get this guy in here, which is cool. Get a little bit of details for, you know, like the fire extinguisher gauges. Looks like a shifter or something like that. It's really, really cool, honestly. I mean, the details really looks really, really good for it. Now, this does have a 540 motor in it, which is pretty big for this size. Typically like a 110 scale motor. It does have a counterweight on the other side to kind of help it balance. This is a ECU and a transmitter receiver all in one. So, you know, if you were to upgrade, you'd have to upgrade the ECU, transmitter, motor, everything if you wanted to go to brushless. So I would keep it as is, honestly. This would be a really fun basher for the way it is. It looks cool. It's a good price. So hopefully I can get this video out by the end of this weekend. Maybe we get a day where it doesn't rain and we can have some fun and show you what this thing can actually do. So we'll take it out to a nice trail or something for you guys. So please share and like and subscribe. Leave a comment below. I'll try to get back with you. You know, I'm here to learn. Hopefully I can show you, show you guys what you're getting. You know, maybe we can learn together. So all in all, this has been fun for me to unbox this. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video and actually drive this, and I will see you guys. Thanks for watching.